And we're back. Paul here with another Hall of Code lesson. Let's dive right in. We're going to be looking at pseudo elements. A pseudo element is used to style specific parts of an element. For example, it can be used to style the first letter or the first line. It uses double colons followed by a keyword like before, first letter, etc. And as you can see here is an example of a first line property being yellow of a paragraph. Let's take a look. So we're going to first create an H1 heading, and we'll just say this is a heading. And then we're going to style this in CSS using a pseudo element, first letter, and we'll say font size, and we'll go 2EM, and then we'll go font style, italic. And as I'm looking at this, I noticed that there is no CSS link, so I'm sorry about that. Now we have the CSS link. And then we'll go color. Let's just go with red. So now we're able to use the pseudo element of first letter to style the first T in this heading with a font size of 2EM, which is 32 pixels, italics, and it's red. Now let's style the first line of an element. We're going to create a paragraph element with 25 words of dummy text. And then we're going to go back to CSS. And we're going to style that paragraph's first line. And we'll say background color yellow. And so now you see the first line of the paragraph text has been highlighted. Not the entire paragraph or not the entire sentence, just the first line. All right, let's do another example. We're going to add a break tag after this paragraph. And we're going to style another paragraph. And we'll just say try highlighting this text with your mouse. Now notice that this is also yellow because we don't have a class for any of these paragraphs, so they are each styled the exact same way for the first line. Let's go to CSS and let's go selection, color green, and background color dark gray. And so now if I take my mouse and drag over this text, it changes the color of the text to green and the background color to dark gray. And I can do this to any of these paragraphs. Notice it doesn't change the heading because we're styling the P tag, okay? All right, let's add a break tag and let's style a list. And we're gonna give this list an ID of Apple. And we're going to say Apple. And we're gonna copy this and we're gonna paste 3 times. We're gonna do orange and orange and banana. Okay. All right. Now let's style this. And for this, we're going to be styling before and after in a list. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say list pseudo element before, and we'll go content, and we're going to add a emoji by holding the Windows and the period key. You can add an emoji, and I already have the check mark here, so I'm going to add a check mark. And now you can see that there are check marks before each list item. The next thing I'm going to do is style the fruit, starting with the apple, after, and that's going to be content, and again Windows period, and I want a red apple, so we'll go apple. All right, and then I want to go orange, and content, Windows period, have an orange right there, and then we'll do banana. Windows period, there is the banana. So there you can see all of the different fruit come after the list item. And there you have it, pseudo elements.